Okay, we continue with, ऊपर से तो ठीक है, but रोज क्या होता है, right? We really, this is the ground reality, what is called as when the rubber hits the road, right? So here, what we are talking about is what we all are very, very familiar with, right? Which is the target achievement. Tell me, what is the typical experience of yours in achieving the target? Right? Are you very confident? Are you not very confident? Or you're hoping and praying that, okay, people will come and I'll achieve the target. The challenge here is that it is both an art and a science as to how you will achieve the target. Remember this, right? It's an art and a science. Now, I want to ask you, how many of you plan to achieve your target, whether it's a monthly target, weekly target, daily target, right? You as the store manager, what are you doing to help your team? Or if you're a supervisor, or even if you're a single salesperson, right? What are you doing and how are you going to achieve the target, right? Are you just coming in the morning, dekhenge sir, kuch aa gaya to aa gaya, nahi to nahi. Yeah, you say, no, I want 5 people today, and each of these 5 people, I should average, let's say, whatever, 20 grams or 25 grams. Those 25 grams will give me 125 grams, which is my sales target. That, and what will you do to get those 5 people into the showroom today? It's not that, suddenly in the morning at 11:30, you realize that I need 7 people. I don't have 7 people. And you're trying to call somebody and say, ma'am, you please come. I have my target to achieve, right? वो नहीं होएगा. So what you really have to do is you should look at your future and start planning today or every subsequently, saying that, okay, in 15 days, this is the kind of numbers that I want to achieve. This is the kind of walk-ins that I require. This is the kind of bills that I require. This is the kind of ticket sizes that I want to achieve. And hence, this is how I will achieve my target. But this itself is a huge topic, right? Because this is the most critical portion of the journey, right? We all come for what, right? We are all coming to, yeah, correct. So, but this is the company ka target. Now I want to ask you, what's your personal target, right? What are you trying to achieve? Do you have a personal target at all? Is it measurable? Is it realistic? Is it time bound? There's a word, beautiful word for it. Can any of you tell me what it is? Yeah. So there are two types of targets. There is an official company or a showroom level target, and then there is a personal target. Many of us don't have a personal target. We're just taking the company ka target and saying that, "Arey, itna karne ka hai." But if you had a personal target, and I can help you to create that personal target, then you are keen that, "Arey, mera number hona chahiye. Mera number hona chahiye. Mera number, I should do my number. I should do my number." Because once it comes from the heart, once it comes from somewhere within your system, saying that, "Arey, this is my number." Abhi, generally what happens when I ask you this target, who gave you this target? Then nahi, company ne diya hai. Right? It is not the company. That company has its target, but you need to translate this company target into your personal target. Okay. And why should you do it? How to do it? What are the challenges of doing this? Those are the things that, once we get into full details, we will be able to cover. One very nice stuff which I want to share with you, and you are all sales champions, right? I'm not even calling salesperson, ye nahi, ye wo nahi. But you're all sales champion. What does a champion do? Right? Whether you are the manager, whether you are the supervisor, whether you are a sales single person, you should have good product knowledge. It's not sufficient today to say this is 220 grams or 25 grams and this is the making charge, right? Oh, zamana chala gaya, right? The customer expects you to do more, right? Otherwise, I have a joke, right? And it is quite serious also. I think if all you're going to tell the consumer is that this is the gold rate, this is the weight, and this is the making charges, don't get me wrong, but I'll tell you something. A security staff will do a better job than you, है ना? because आप तो कुछ बोलते नहीं है, खाली ये पूरा ट्रे एक ट्रे के बाद एक ट्रे के बाद एक ट्रे के बाद दोबारा दोबारा देखते रहते हो, दिखाते रहते हो. Then what is the point? So you should have very, very good product knowledge. Now I want to ask you, tell me 5 ways that you can describe a piece of jewelry. What does casting mean? Don't simply say casting jewelry. What does casting mean? What is the difference between a casted piece of jewelry and a handmade piece of jewelry? That is a difference which Then you should be able to link to the making charges and say, this is the advantage of costing jewelry, this is the advantage of making of handmade jewelry, and this is what is the benefit for you as a customer. Similarly, for example, the first big question that a customer is typically asking, let's say, is naya kya hai? What's new, right? Now, what's the answer? Oh, whatever I got yesterday, I brought it out and say, ma'am, ye to naya, right? Or maybe 3 months old, and you keep saying that it is naya. See, today the consumer reads you. Just like you are getting trained to read a consumer to make your sale, the consumer is extremely smart. We all think that they don't know, right? But the point is that she has already done enough homework. She knows what it is. When you say it is new and she can make out that it is 3 months or 6 months old, then she knows that you're lying, right? And that's not going to work, right? It may have worked in the past for many of us, but abhi gadi wo nahi chalega. या अभी भी चल रहा है तो थोड़ी देर के बाद बंद हो जाएगा, right? Then similarly, you should be capable of handling angry customers. If you cannot go back and see how you have handled angry customers, right? If you're just keeping quiet, or if you're just constantly interrupting the customer, have you solved the problem, or you've just passed the buck on to your seniors, right? The way to grow in an organization, the way you should grow yourself, you remember I told you about a personal target, right? One of the personal targets should be, how will I improve my handling of angry customers, for example, right? Then you can get into that and see what is it that, if I talk or if I don't talk, when I talk, when I don't talk. We'll see some beautiful videos also, how to use silence, right? Very, very rarely will anybody, have we heard how silence can be used, not, as a effective sales tool. Can you imagine that? I'm keeping quiet and I'm still upselling or cross-selling the product, or I'm keeping quiet and I'm pacifying the customer, right? So in each of these things, some of you are good, some of you are not so good, some of you are learning, some of you have said, nahi, nahi, I got 20 years of experience, मेरे को नया कुछ सीखने का जरूरत ही नहीं. Lots of us sitting, especially people with 5, 10, 15 years of experience, have a feeling that, hey, what is there, the same jewelry, the same customer, the same making charge, I know everything. You and I might think we know everything, but the fact of the matter is the market has changed, the consumer has changed, and it is now time for us to change. Are you ready for the change? Let me know below and say, yes, are you ready, or no, I am quite happy with the way I am. See you soon.